And now for some classic mecha anime. I was thinking of looking through some well-known mecha franchises like Gundam and Votoms just to see why those franchises have become so popular in the first place. But as for now, I'm looking at the Patlabor franchise. This OVA prequel, the early days to the main series of Patlabor, is only 7 episodes long, so what could be the harm in trying it out? Fortunately, this series proved to be a shining example of how they did mecha anime in the olden days and them getting it right. Patlabor the early days centers on a team of police officers who pilot giant police robots and the said pilot's misadventures. Yes, there's a little mecha action here and there, but this anime is primarily about the officers themselves and more so about the behind the scenes direction. This is a director's anime which shows off solid pacing, well framed shots, and not a single line of dialogue out of place. I wouldn't say this is a super character based anime, as none of the characters really get any development. The enthusiastic Noah and the laid back captain were the most watchable, but if you're looking for a technically strong anime, this is right up your alley. I myself am a sucker for technically strong media, and Patlabor the early days is no exception. It's glorious to look at with some very strong animation, and the severe lack of music gave it a nostalgic feel. And yes, I do appreciate that old school mecha anime actually takes the time to draw the mechs instead of roping in 3D imagery. It gives the mech suits more impact. I also liked the opening credit sequence. That opening song is so cute, and Noah's smiley face is so priceless. The opening credit sequence pretty much explains this whole anime. It's a harmless, detailed, and not too serious slice of life series, and despite the anime's slow pace and quietness, it never got boring because the direction was so careful. The only major problem I have with this anime is the Ota character. He's the tsundere character, all hot-headed and passionate, but he doesn't work as the tsundere character because he's not likable enough. Tsundere characters usually work when they're adorable, and it's adorable when they get all passionate, but when Ota gets passionate, it just comes across as ugly. I get why the producers added a tsundere character, but honestly, I would have enjoyed this anime more if Ota was just less grotesque. And I also think this anime lost its way towards the end. It was working whilst it was focusing on the police officers and their misadventures, but oddly it started to get boring when the mecha battles were starting to take center stage. Those mechs have no interesting personalities or relationships with one another, but ultimately I am very impressed with the early days. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, and it's given me a stronger appreciation for old school mecha anime. It's miles better than New Dominion Tank Police, an anime which is very similar to the early days. New Dominion was way too forced, but the early days is very natural and pleasant to watch. There's a subtle beauty to the early days, and it's all to do with the relaxed directing. 4 stars out of 5.